All right, we are back with more updates at the house because work continues to happen. Right now, I'm standing in the renter side primary bedroom. I mentioned before that the old roof on this house was definitely leaky, and although the roof was replaced, none of the work fixing what the leaky roof caused was done. But already in this room, the whole ceiling has already been replaced. So we'll have none of that nasty texture, none of that nasty patchwork. It'll be a nice, smooth, fresh ceiling, and I love it. So now I'm standing in the renter side bathroom, still loving our surprise window, by the way. The update in here is the floor. So it seems that this bathroom was recently-ish redone and a concrete subfloor was laid with tile on top. Unfortunately, it would be such a huge job to jack all of that concrete out, so we're kind of limited on what we can do in the floor in here. It's either polish up the existing floor, which is actually in really great shape. However, in the bane of all things Celia, the floor is gray. Ooh, the color gray is just, it's like cussing at me. You know what I mean? So that's one option, leave the floor, because we're not changing the floor print of this bathroom. The sink, the vanity, the tub, everything is staying where it was. The other option is to use some type of thin overlay material, a sticky tile, maybe some type of floating floor. Still need to discuss my options there, but we can't undo the floor. I'm really bummed because you guys remember from a previous episode, I told you about the terrazzo floor tile that I wanted to use in here. And I was so excited to have that kind of punchy, fun element. And my dreams have been ruined and we can't do it. So we'll have to pivot and come up with another plan. But the rest of the bathroom as of now is moving forward the way I've envisioned it. Okay, now we're in the renter side kitchen and I'm most excited about this development. So come over here. This was where the heat came out and heated the kitchen. But you'll see it's right on the wall. This wall is where we wanted to put a wall of cabinets. Now previously they had it kind of built out where the air could still escape and there was like a little sliding cubby hole, which is fine, but these kitchens are really small. So we were able to move the vent here in the floor, which will allow us to take the cabinets all the way to this wall and they'll sit here and this will still be unobstructed so we can have a whole wall of base cabinets and have our heat vent here so we don't have that problem. Very, very excited about that because I was super concerned about cabinet space and having that vent there really limited how many cabinets I could fit on this wall. Another exciting development is once they took out all of the layers of floor in here, magically this door could open. It could only open about this far previously, but now we can get fully open and there's plenty of room to put a new tile floor. Oh, well, looking at this door, I'm like, now we need a new door. But yeah, things are happening. So I think this is the first time we've shown you guys any of the basements because the basements are very basement-y and really not anyone's favorite place to be. However, what we have quickly learned and what our realtor told us, what our home inspector told us, and what I'm gonna tell you, all of you people looking to buy a house who haven't purchased a house yet, the basement is where you will spend all of your money. And really for us so far is where a lot of the work has happened. So all new ductwork had to be put in. We had a little bit of asbestos and they were just very old and falling apart. So all new ductwork has been put in. The house is 100 years old and had a little bit of a sag in the way that the house was built. Okay, a bug just flew, child, it's cobwebs, basements. So the stairs had to be supported to support a floor joist that, you know, after 100 years has started to sag. So that's where we are in the basement. You might hear a hum in the background. It's a dehumidifier. We're trying to keep the basements dry and free of moisture, but honey, these basements is basement-y. They have to, windows need to be replaced, plumbing needs to be situated. Woo! But let's go over to the other basement and talk about the plumbing. This is the creepy cut through between the two basements. It's come a long way, but it's still so frightening. So in these clips, you might hear some sawing. Someone is outside working on the exterior, so just work is happening. So down in the basement, on this side, this will be the side that we live on. It already had a toilet. I was on the side of fully taking this toilet out, but everyone said, no, 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 you should keep the toilet. You might need the toilet. You might have a party and you don't want people going upstairs, or you're in the basement and you gotta go to the bathroom. You don't wanna go all the way upstairs. So we're keeping the toilet. The toilet, however, did not have a sink. So we are also adding a sink. So essentially, one side of this house will be a 1.5 bath situation. It's just that the half bath is in the very basement-y basement. But that's happening. It used to be walled off. The walls have come down. The plumbing is going in. Half bath in the basement. We'll put the walls back up. It'll be a closed-in bathroom, but bathroom in the basement. All right, last basement update, because this is the most unfun part, but really is like the foundation and essential to everything you do upstairs. Ductwork has also been replaced on this side, and once our plumber started working, he said, your pipes are really leaky, old, we're just gonna redo them. So he's already started laying out the new PVC, PEC, I'm gonna go with PVC. Pipes, blue for cold, red for hot. He's already started plumbing that in, which is fantastic. You'll notice that there's a puddle on the floor behind me. We don't know where this puddle comes from. It appears and disappears. Sometimes with the rain, sometimes not. We're hoping to figure out what's causing the puddle, but right now it does still remain a mystery. And if any homeowners are watching, you know a mystery puddle in your basement is really not something you want. We're trying to pay attention and figure out where it comes from, but we're hoping that as work goes along, whatever the issue is just gets fixed. You know what I mean? But those are our basement updates. Let's head upstairs. Now we're in our kitchen, where more of the plumbing and electrical is closer to completion. You'll notice in the corner that same vent is there. It's been covered up. I'm sure they're coming to put that floor vent in here, so we again can also have a nice row of cabinets, because these kitchens, I keep saying it, are small. But the ceiling has also started to come down in here so that they can access the plumbing in the bathroom that is above the kitchen. And yeah, it still very much looks like a bit of construction. Some extra outlets have been added, mainly to that little butler's pantry area in the back. I wanted to be able to put a coffee bar or a microwave. Well, not really a microwave because we're doing hanging microwaves, but a coffee bar for sure. Just something where you might need to plug it in, your blender, your toaster, something might need to be out there. So we had to add an outlet out there for that. Also in the kitchens, we are dropping the gas lines below the floor because Sean feels very strongly about an induction stove. So no gas is being pumped into our kitchens, which apparently our plumber said, that's great, because when I turned the gas on, it was crackling, sounded rusty, so it would have been a repair. So it's great that we don't even have to worry about that. So in our primary bedroom as well, there was water damage, just like in the other primary bedroom. And all of that has been repaired. A new drywall is up, and it looks like the mud is already drying. So this is fantastic. We'll have another nice smooth ceiling. In the living room, very last minute, I decided to go ahead and add the ability to put an overhead light or a ceiling fan. So that's what's happening in here. There's also some drywall repair that had to happen anyway, because again, that leaky roof had the ceiling being a little bit saggy. Also very excitingly, our exterior water spigot was in the neighbor's driveway, so we've added not one but two in our driveway so we can get those lawns watered and our cars washed. In Menards, and once again, discovered something new. I want to do that shelf in the kitchen, and I was like, wonder what kind of wood I should do with that. And I found all this wood and trim, so that's exciting. Also, doors. I was feeling like I wanted to get new old doors, but then I just saw that Menards has wood doors, so I was like, maybe I can just get wood doors here. Rambling, that's not why I picked up my phone. I picked up my phone to talk about tile, so I'm gonna wander back over to the tile, because I think I said in another clip that I'm out of breath because I'm walking. The bathroom tile in the renter side, it's gray squares, not knocking it up. So my black and white plan had to change. And Menards had some colored tile. So let me get back over there and we'll talk about some tile. Total aside, I've already told Sean that I want a giant skeleton in our yard next Halloween. We won't be in the house in time this year. Ooh, the witch is cool. Yeah, I need one of those. Okay, this was the tile that caught my eye, specifically that mosaic at the top and then these larger subway pieces at the bottom. A little undecided if I want to do large subway pieces or something like the mosaic, because I think these might be faster and so therefore less expensive to lay than individual tiles. Well, no, I take that back. Maybe I won't like that because the tile on the floor is kind of a small scale square. So maybe the larger format tile would actually be better. And I'm thinking that the green could be nice, right? Green and gray, that's a story. This is a darker gray. Here the colors are together. Lighting isn't great, but it's a gray, a lighter gray, as well as an even lighter gray. So yeah, I'm thinking something like that could work. And maybe it just has to be a bit more simple. I did not do any math. There's the price. I can look at that later and do some math and see what would actually be better. I've got samples, the green and the two grays, but it's also good to know that they come in these other sizes. The picket. The picket could be a fun way to add some pizzazz. Anyway, in reworking that bathroom, I found some tile. It is also good to see the pencil tile installed with different size subway tile. I actually don't mind this big size right here with the pencil tile. I remember I vetoed a bigger size because of that exact issue, and I can go bigger tile. Oh, but I can't, I'm not doing white tile. I started this by talking about the different colors to go with the gray floor, and then my mind immediately reverted back to the other thing. I don't think that I would do gray floor with white walls. That's just too boring. Can't do that. So it's back. It's one of these, I think. I'm also gonna look online at the tilebar.com, but I have a feeling, I haven't done the math, I have a feeling that these are gonna be more budget friendly than getting something a little bit fancier from the tile bar. But we'll check into that. And while we're here, let's just take a quick gander at our vanity options. I really hate this one, but also don't like this one much better. But I do think that some wood is necessary. I like the drawers, hate the color. Oh, now what's this on the end? Again, love the drawers. I wonder if it comes in any other color. Okay, out of Menards. The nice young man in there did some nice explaining that I'm not gonna explain to you because you don't care. But the thought that I'm walking away with is that being a person sharing a renovation online of a space that I plan to rent to someone else is hard, because I don't want to drill home. I don't want these videos to be all about the budget, because that kind of takes away from the fun of the creativity part. But the budget is very important, obviously, to me in my real life, because I have to pay for it. So reconciling budget concerns as well as aesthetic concerns, especially when sharing those decisions online, is hard. And I'm saying all of that because we were like, for the vanity, for example, I feel really strongly about drawers on a vanity. Just as with the kitchen, drawers are just better for storage. You just use a drawer more efficiently for storage. But drawers cost more than doors. And we, of course, will take all of the steps that we possibly can to get a tenant that will be, respectful of this home, like they will treat this home like it's a home that they live in and they're respectful of it. But we also kind of have to plan for the unknown. I don't know how respectful my potential future tenant will be. And so, like in Menards, for example, I want to get drawers. Is it worth it to get something wood, like a solid wood vanity that costs $600 instead of something made out of particle board that costs a lot less, in the hopes that the wood would stand up better? But if I have a tenant for 2 years or a year and the wood is damaged in such a way where I would have to replace it, did I make the best investment? And these are definitely things that you just don't know. You kind of have to plan for both the unknown and the known, which is your budget. But also, again, I want to make aesthetic choices that I enjoy personally, and because I'm sharing that with you guys, because I'm sharing the journey, because I don't know where this clip will come in, but I haven't shared. I do intend to share the budget with you guys, and maybe, you know, the feedback from that will be one of understanding. I think in a space where so many people are renting, who are renters, it's hard to divorce your own feelings watching someone else do something, right? I don't want to be offensive in any way in sharing this journey because I'm going to be a landlord. That's not something that everybody is going to do, you know? And I don't want any renters out there watching this to be offended, you know, at choices I make when I say I think drawers are what's best, but maybe I just can't put drawers in there. You know, maybe I can't make it look as nice as I want to make it look because of many different constraints: space, money, time, what's available. I'm having feelings. And they were all because of the man in Menards and looking at vanities. Hello, real-time Celia here in a kitchen that is magically, not really magically, but you know, all of a sudden we have drywall, which is very, very exciting. And what you might not be able to see in the clip, but is true, is that we have moved the door frame over. We've come out a few more inches on this side and gone in a few inches on this side so that our cabinet will now be able to fit here. And we had 18 inches and now we have a full 25 inches here so that we can fit a base cabinet in this space and it won't poke out into the doorway. We also removed the door frame so that now it's just a nice clean arch, which just makes this part of the kitchen feel all the better. So I'm holding my mic because I'm hoping you guys can actually hear me and not just the drilling that's happening next door. Because this is an active site. Things are happening. I'm so excited that the kitchen has begun to come together. My outlets are in that back area, which is fantastic. All of the drywall is complete, which is truly, truly amazing. And moving that door frame, just chef's kiss. We also made the same change on the other side and had to build out the wall a little bit over there as well. But we'll talk more about that next week, which brings me to what can you expect next week? Next week, I think we're finishing up our kitchens. I'm filming this the Wednesday before the Sunday that you're watching it. And actually, I ordered the cabinets for our kitchen yesterday, and I plan to order the ones for the rental kitchen on Thursday. So be sure to come back next week. We're talking inspiration photos, backsplash tile, cabinet fronts, all things kitchen, because the time is nearing to put this kitchen back together. I hope you guys can hear me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.